Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there will not be any intros for this video right here. The thing about this is that this video is going to be on a very entirely different and on an entirely a very extraordinarily serious purpose. Now, we've kicked off from 2015 to 2016, so we're marching off on a new year. But however, this New Year's for 2016, by far, in only just 1 month, has taken a huge stab, or the biggest stab, the deepest stab, that is, to all of our hearts, and the biggest kick to our nuts. And I don't mean that in a humorous way. I do really mean that in a very sincere, point of view kind of way. Now, please understand what I'm going to tell you is it's not for anything. It's not for monetary purposes. It's not for any of these sort of purposes. The purpose of what I'm going with is because I need to say this. We've lost so many heroes within this month. There's a reason why I don't make these sort of videos. I don't talk about celebrities dying. I don't talk about heroes dying because, for one, I like to keep the respect of space to be, within a good limit, so that way everyone has a good area to breathe and kind of digest the story for themselves of what they heard. I don't want to be someone that really does it for attention or does it for monetary value. I don't. I find that bullshitting. I find that stupid, and I don't do that. The irony, though, if you are watching this, it's sort of a little bit kind of backtracking a little bit, but the difference between this is it's not purposely for attention or anything. That is the furthest thing from my mind. Why I want to talk about this is that as much as I don't want to talk about it, I've held my breath long enough. I've held my breath long enough from the heroes' deaths all the way back in 2014, or I believe the last time that I've ever mentioned anything before that. If I'm wrong, correct me. It was the passing of Ryan Dunn, which this video was made back in Arkansas. I'm not sure if there was any others that I made before then. I'm pretty sure there was. But like I said, the reason why I don't talk about these sort of things is because I don't want to do like other people are doing. Because, for example, you have Keemstar as an example who likes to exploit the death of other people. The reason why I don't do that sort of stuff is because I believe that's wrong, which is why I will not allow, if there's any sort of ads or anything, I will not enable those ads on here because, for one, that would be a very shitty thing to do. And if any ads do pop up, feel free to let me know so I can get rid of this or get rid of the video if it does happen. If I cannot take off the ads, then I will take down this video and I will not bring it up again. I'll just probably have it re-uploaded to a social media site so that way it doesn't kind of cause that problem, because I do not believe in exploiting deaths of other people. I don't believe that whatsoever, and I will not ever have that, and I do not ever intend to do that, because that is the lowest form, one of the lowest forms of a human being could ever do. But like I said, I've held my breath long enough. We've lost so many heroes and so many of that. We've lost Lemmy from Motorhead. We've lost David Bowie. We have now lost Alan Rickman. And it just keeps on going. And this is going to sound a little bit kind of stupid on my end because I don't really know the name of the voice actor, but we've lost the voice actor for the animal version of Robin Hood, which is also from the Disney part. If you haven't seen the Robin Hood Disney version where they're in animals, it's more like a fable that it is. That is the voice actor who played Robin Hood for the animal, who was a fox. The voice actor for that one has also passed away. And now it's only getting worse, is because from what I also remember, Wayne Static from Static X had also passed away. I believe that was last year. I never put my 2 cents on that, and there's other people that have passed away. Like I said, I like to keep that in respect. But now, what's strangely enough is that now the spouse of Wayne Static, from what I've been told, has committed suicide. Now, the sole reason why I'm making this is that, and this is subjective enough to say, is that all of these deaths, including Everyone else, I mean, I get we're human beings. We pass on, cancer is one of the number one things that we are trying to find a cure for, and it's one of the top priorities that we have been searching through for year after year after year. But I'm not so sure, ladies and gentlemen, that this is just some big coincidence. And call me crazy. Call me crazy. But this is just too much to digest. It seriously is. And before anyone gives me that load of crap saying, oh, you're just a pretender doing all this. Well, first of all, like I said, I've held my breath long enough. And I just need to say it because this is just too much to keep in. Losing someone that you look up to as the inspiration for someone, you don't know how to take it. Who's next? And that's the sort of thing that worries me because these celebrities, these actors, these musicians have brought something that no one has ever seen or heard before. The kind of talent and the kind of art that they bring. And it's something that we ourselves, we can't change what we see or what we feel about them once, you can't let go of that. How do you let go of someone who has brought you so much inspiration into your life? That goes for anyone. That even goes for my favorite kind of bands. Trivium looked at Alan Rickman as an inspiration. Metallica with Motorhead. Even with David Bowie, it went both ways. Metallica and Trivium for David Bowie. Holy crap. Triple H. Dude, he idolizes Lemmy. We all idolize these sort of people. And not to get off tangent here, but a lot of people also, and this isn't me white knighting, but a lot of people giving Emma Watson crap for introducing a tribute to Alan Rickman. And I'm just going to say this, out of all the pretenders in the world, people are going to go to Emma Watson and give her a lot of crap. Last time I checked, she worked with Alan Rickman within the Harry Potter series, right? So like Daniel Radcliffe, like Rupert Grint, and they've established a relationship throughout the courses of those films. Not to get off tangent, but you can kind of see where I'm going with this. David Bowie, Lemmy, Alan Rickman, and then so on. They've established relationships with people that, you can't replace. The same thing goes for all of us as human beings, that someone that we love and care about so much, once they pass away, there's no replacing them. There's no replacing anyone for that, regardless. It doesn't matter your talent. It doesn't really matter about your skill or something like that, but if it's something that you've done, or if you happen to be they happen to be a friend of someone that done so much for you and done so much inspiration, they work their asses off trying to give you a good form of art, music, or anything like that. Try to do something to inspire someone. That is the sort of person that we look up to, and you know what? That's someone that we can't replace. A lot of heroes that have passed on, that I look up to, they can't be replaced. I'm not going to say that, oh, you know what, screw whoever, up in heaven or up in wherever they are, this person is now this person, he's going to take that place. There is no replacing people that have worked their ass off and have done so much. I think that's what we all need to think about. You can't just throw this out and just say that there's always someone better than that person that's moved on, because these people have done so much and they've strived to what they do. They lived in the moment. Lemmy, and here's the thing, and here's one thing I've never, and this isn't a racist thing, and this is one thing that I was so thrilled about, because I've seen a YouTube video of Lemmy, reading a fan mail, and this is from a black kid. A black kid sent a letter to Lemmy, and Lemmy's like, you know what, if if people in, like within your community for this for this black kid, if they didn't like what this kid was listening to, they should just fuck off. Because like I said, I'm not trying to get off tangent, but I'm just going to say from the inspiring words from Lemmy is that who you are is who you are. It doesn't matter what you listen to. That's your life, not theirs. That is your life. That is the premise. Life itself is to be lived by you. That's the same thing that went with David Bowie. That's the same thing that went with Alan Rickman. That's the same thing that happened with Wayne Static. We can date all of this back. We could go to Kurt Cobain. We can go to Cliff Burton. We can go back to all these. They were living in the moment. That was the sort of thing. And not only were they living in the moment, they were doing everything that they did for us. But most importantly, they did everything that they did for themselves. That, my friends, is important to do for yourself. Self-respect. They were living in the moment to do what they do because they loved it, and they did it for us, and they did it for them because they enjoyed doing it, and that was the sort of moment in life that they loved. So I'm just going to end it off here. I want you guys to think about that. We as human beings really need to live in the moment because you never know who's going to be next. And call me crazy as it is, I don't believe it as a coincidence. I don't. I'm not religious. Like I said, I'm an agnostic theist, so that sort of thing is kind of like, but I really don't believe it's a coincidence. I just think that something scary is going on, and it's not going good. But that's the thing about it. We live in the moment, and that's something important that we all need to do. Anyways, I'm Jasper Winterbow, Thrash Metal Guru. I will be signing out. I love you all, and hope you guys live in the moment because you never know. I love you all.